Hello, YouTube. Today is my first official day in Japan. My first boots on the day ground. Wait, my first boots on the ground day. Whatever, it's my first day in Japan, okay? Getting my makeup done as soon as possible. I think right now is like literally 6 a.m. And right here, I'm just trying to show off that before I went out, I got down my fans messages down to only 27 because I feel like a fucking god. And with that, I can go out and enjoy my day in the beautiful Shinjuku. So here is my fit check on the streets. I got new Miss Me jeans. I'm wearing a cute little cardigan. I brought out my cowboy boots because yes, these are quite literally some of my most comfortable shoes that I own. My super cute little bag, all my Buc-ee souvenirs to give out to people. If you don't know what Buc-ee's is, you live under a rock. He is a Texas icon. He is a Texas god. Showing off my jewelry. I got a new Playboy bangle, which is super cute. And I almost ate shit. Oh, and here's Sear. He's looking dope as hell. We both got these Western fits on. And I don't know why he decided to wear his heels out and about on the first day in Japan, but that is totally up to him. Hell yeah, brother. Yeehaw! We're ready to get out there. So for our first meal in Japan, we wanted something pretty authentic and known to the locals, and we found this place. And I got my hopes up really fast with this place because it was amazing. Just fish, like green beans as a side, rice, and miso soup. Absolutely insane. It was so good. And that's like a minced radish right there. If I remember correctly, I got the salmon. It was amazing. My only complaint is that a lot of fish in Japan, they leave the bones in, which I'm not used to whatsoever, but country girls make do. The green beans were bomb. They were nice and chilled. So today we really had no plans on what to do in Shinjuku. We were just gonna walk around and figure it out and explore. The price of breakfast that I just showed you was $4.70 with no tip. My American mind cannot comprehend this.
And we ate good.
We ate good. That was really good. I got my hopes up on that price because trust me, a meal did not come close to that price again. I've learned that a lot of places that have English menus, the prices are a little higher. If you are going to Japan, search things on Google Maps in Japanese. That's how you find the local spots. You're welcome. And that's your tip of travel advice from this white woman. Anyways, back to the video. We also stopped into a very touristy spot for a beer because we wanted to try some Japan beers. And at this point, I think it's only like 1 o'clock. And I also quickly learned that it's kind of embarrassing to day drink in Japan. Nobody does it. Nobody day drinks at all. But to me, my American brain, I love day drinking. That is my favorite activity ever. And another thing that I love was the amount of pigeons in Japan. Yes, pigeons. They're so cute. They're some of my favorite animals ever. I want a pet pigeon so bad. This one really caught my eye. He was just a gorgeous guy. Look how they walk. They walk so cute. It's so sad because we domesticated pigeons. We as human beings domesticated pigeons. And then whenever we're like, oh, we don't need them anymore because we got telephones and stuff, we were like, ah, fuck these birds. They can't even build their own nests. Have you seen a pigeon nest before? They're just a couple twigs on the ground because they're stupid. And why are they stupid? Because we domesticated them. So next time you see a pigeon, give it a little bit of respect. Okay, back to the pigeon footage. You can hear me giggling in the background. Here we're meeting up with Finn and Ren, and the first thing I do while meeting up with them is I just start crying over a pigeon.
I think he's perfect in every way.
This is Ren. She's super cute. I was hanging out with her in Japan a little bit. And then there's Finn. He brought his really fancy camera and he thinks he's so much better than everybody else. And he's wearing Sears merch. Like, what a fucking suck ass. Here we are going over to Harajuku, and it was also my first time on the train. So in Japan, you just fill up your little Apple Pay Suica card with some yen, and I was so nervous to get on, but I survived. And here's the main street in Harajuku, which I did not want to spend a lot of time on, but Rin right in front of me was being our little guide for the day, thank God. A consistent thing in all my vlogs is that I will be recording pigeons and vending machines. They're so cute here. Harajuku pigeons. Look at this stupid fucking bitch. Kicking the pigeons. Whenever I was packing for Japan, everyone was like, you need to take an empty suitcase. because you're gonna buy so much. You're gonna buy so much. And I was like, low key, I don't think I'm gonna buy that much. I really don't think so. And it was like, well, Peach, you're making a big mistake. You're making a big mistake. So I was like, Rin, show me these amazing stores in Harajuku. And this store that we're about to go into, I had everybody and their fucking mothers tell me, you're gonna love this store. Well, lo and behold, and exactly what I thought, it's just all American brands. It was all American brands besides like 2 or 3. I think what happens is that people who don't normally shop, it's like store in America, store in Japan. That's what my assumption was. But we did end up going into the store and it did have like cool stuff, but it was just American brands as far as I could see. So we keep on walking out throughout Harajuku, went into like some silver stores, which is apparently really popular. I wasn't expecting like silver jewelry stores to be such a hit out here. And so we're just wandering around looking for anything to get ourselves into. Rin ended up having to leave us pretty early, so it was just me, Seer, and Finn after this, and we just kept on wandering around wherever our heart took us. I don't even know where we ended up here. I remember Seer being really hungry and we just kept on getting more and more lost. It was kind of insane. And then we found a Moomin cafe. I don't know what Moomin is, but I like it and I think it's cute. Look, the little houses. The drinks are fucking houses. That's adorable. That is adorable. One thing I learned to also appreciate in Japan is convenience stores. And in convenience stores, they have the most amazing alcoholic beverages in Japan. So this one is called a Strong Zero, which I call the Japanese Four Loko. That's the best way to put it. Because I quickly learned that a lot of cocktails in Japan are so weak. So consistently throughout my entire trip, I would just go into convenience stores and just drink a Strong Zero outside of the konbini. And it was the best. Oh, here I did get one thing. I ended up buying a skirt from this store called Not Conventional, which I really liked it. I don't wear a lot of skirts and I think it's a good step out of my comfort zone, but that is literally all I bought for the entire day in Harajuku. So Seer and Finn wanted to go run off and do their own thing. So what did I do? I just went to a different convenience store and drank alone outside of the streets in Harajuku. It was so peaceful and serene though. I do appreciate my alone time just as much as I appreciate being around my friends. And at this point, I was getting pretty drunk. I don't know why I was that drunk. It's only like 5:30 p.m. Japan time. I really fucked up and I shouldn't have done that. So while I was intoxicated, I just decided to just peruse around some stores on my lonesome.
So I just bought that skirt, and it was 26,000 yen, which we've guesstimated is like $200. I didn't check. Well, I just went into the store. There's like vintage archival up here. Yeah, shirts in there, like American shirts that say like Toy Story on them. Were 330,000 yen. 330,000 yen. It was ridiculous, but look at these cars.
Yeah, so I quickly learned that Japanese vintage shopping is kind of a whole ass scam as well. It's a lot of American brands that are just marked up. So I kind of gave up on vintage shopping in Harajuku pretty fast. I'm sure there's like some really cool spots out there that are like not as well known or like maybe off the beaten path that are better priced, but I couldn't find them tonight. And especially in my intoxicated state, I wasn't gonna get any better. So what do? I go outside of the convenience store and I get another fucking drink. Let's go, peace stars. Oh dear Jesus, fucking hell. Girl, you're a mess.
Am I drunk?
Yes.
No, it's other people.
No, it's you. It's fucking like 6 o'clock, you fucking freak.
Hey, yo. Hey. We're fucked up on Strong Zeros. You know, you guys would be nothing without me.
No, I almost had an Italy incident.
An Italy incident is keyword. So actually this is fun lore that you should learn. So Seer had an incident in Italy on stream where he had to pee so bad, but nobody believed him that he had to pee. So now whenever you have to pee really bad, you say, I'm about to have an Italy incident. And I did almost have an Italy incident before the train. And Finn was like, can't you just hold it before we get, like, we can just get off the train and then you can use the restroom. I was like, no. The train is like a 20-minute ride. I am going to lose it. It was so bad. I was like seeing colors. I'm sure you wanted to hear that about my Japan trip, surely.
I was saved. But the train is very claustrophobic. Way more claustrophobic than I would expect it.
I'm guessing whenever I get drunk, I just forget that it's a voiceover.
Yay. Suka!
Suka! Yay, Peach! Good job, Peach Jars!
Yippee! I did it! I got through. I made it through. My bag got hooked onto another lady's bag and she panicked, tried to get off of me, and it made me feel very embarrassed, but I survived.
Good job,
This
Peach.
is really my entire experience besides the last 2 hours. It's just following these two white men. Yeah, that's the experience.
I'm a normal guy.
Guys,
We're in El Paso,
no,
Texas.
shut the fuck up.
El Paso,
Get the fuck out of the way.
Texas.
Ava Unit 1. You guys don't understand the significance of this. I wanted to fuck that robot for years. My boyfriend is a robot, and I don't care. I don't care who knows that, okay? I've had a couple drinks. Ava Unit.
She's so fucking valid for this one. And a couple drinks is an understatement. Damn it, I would pay so much money to go back to this moment. First day in Japan, drunk and seeing Ava Unit 1. Like, I want to tear up for myself right now. I'm so happy for her.
One is like my dream man, all right? And future Peach, whenever you're listening to this, you're gonna go, oh my God, what are you saying, stupid? But no,
No, you're valid.
I'm right.
No, you're totally valid, girl.
I love Ava Unit 1.
Did you just bite your lip over Ava? Oh.
Yes, I'm like a little bit ugly, but I'm not that ugly. I fell asleep. It's now 3
What?
a.m.
Oh wait, I do remember this. I did fall asleep. I went back to my hotel room and then I ended up waking up at 6 a.m. No. I believe right here it's 4 a.m. So I think at the time I woke up, it's 4 a.m. As you can see, I brushed my hair. Good job. And I was like, I still have my makeup on and I was literally still in my clothes. So what do? Round 2.
And I don't care, I'm going out. Golden Guy is only like a 5-minute walk from our neighborhood.
Yeah, so I head back to Golden Guy, which is that little bar alley place, which I showed off in my first vlog. I love that area so much. And it's open until like 7 a.m. Here's Golden Guy, absolutely beautiful. So right there, bam, where the eyeball is on that bar is the bar that I ended up going into because I thought it was James Bond themed. And if you don't know something about me, but I do like a little bit of James Bond. So I was like, okay, word, let me go up there. Whenever I go in this bar, it's literally just me and 3 other Japanese women. Other Japanese, like, bitch, you're white, shut up. And usually they charge you a cover at these bars, so it's not like a bunch of foreigners running in, slamming a drink and running out and causing a ruckus. So I believe the cover was about $7, and they give you little snacks and whatnot, which honestly, I genuinely appreciate. I would pay a cover anytime for some snacks. Here, I just had 2 drinks, and this is the bar that I realized they don't put a lot of alcohol in their drinks at all. Like imagine a glass this big filled with ice. The liquor would only be right up here. And look, call me an alcoholic. I don't give a fuck. Did you say it? Okay, thank you. It just wasn't enough for me. It just wasn't enough. It just makes me sleepy. It just makes me sleepy. Anyways, this bar ended up being so itty bitty, and I ended up making friends with everybody in there through the Translate app. God bless you, Google Translate. But this bar was so small, and the streets are so close together, and it was so quiet at night that Sear checked my location because he was out and about somewhere else in that area of Shinjuku. He found me because he could hear my voice through the streets. I wasn't even talking that loud. I was not talking that loud. So me and Sear met up, and then we ended up going to this golden bar where obviously the whole bar is golden. And the bartender, we really hit it off with her. And she ended up being like, what's your favorite movie? And I was like, I really like Quentin Tarantino movies. So she ended up putting on Pulp Fiction for us, which was really awesome. So while we were in that bar, the sun ended up coming up, so it was our time to depart. I believe right now it's 7 a.m. And of course, the first thing I do whenever I leave the bar is I go find a pigeon. And I feel so lucky that it ended up being so perfect. Please make sure to like and subscribe on this video, as I have even more Japan vlogs coming out, and I can't wait to show you even more pigeons. Thanks for watching. Bye.